Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is dedicated to drugstore makeup, which is some of my favorite. I am going to be using products that I love and use on a regular basis, but I was also at the store the other day and saw a few things that caught my eye that I have never used before. So I purchased them and wanted to test them out, and I thought I would test them out here with you guys today. So I've got a new primer that I want to try out. I've got a contour palette that I found that looked really nice, as well as a contouring brush. I also have two other products that I purchased the other day from Flower Beauty, which I had never tried anything from this brand before, and I have tried them once so far, but I wanted to test them out again and keep using them to make sure that I actually do like them. And one thing I forgot to mention is in all of my videos, I will post in the description box all the products that I use in the video so that you have a list there and you can see everything that was used. I also would really love to hear from you guys what some of your favorite makeup products are. I'm always looking to try new products, and I love testing out different products and seeing what I love and what works for me. So drop in the comments below some of the products that you love and you use in your makeup routine so that I can try them out. And like always, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you love drugstore makeup. And let's get into the video. Okay, so like I said, I found this new primer. This one is from Makeup Revolution. This is the Pore Blur Primer, and it looked really interesting to me. First of all, the packaging is really pretty. Oh, it's already squeezing. Oh, it's kind of runny. It might be one you would have to shake up first. But I'm just gonna take some of that. Oh, it feels really smooth. So it did go on really smooth. I'm trying to see if I can notice a difference in it smoothing out and blurring out the pores. And to be honest, I don't notice that much of a difference. But we'll see how the makeup wears on top of it. Next thing I'm gonna go into is foundation. I'm gonna use this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Foundation. I use mine in the shade Soft Beige. This is not a new product to me, but it's a foundation that I love. I love the applicator on it. I can just go directly on the face. And I'm gonna go in and blend it out. So the coverage on this is pretty light. But again, really all I'm looking for in a foundation is to just even out my skin tone, which this does a really nice job at. I also don't like to go up directly under my eye with foundation, just because I find the more product that I put in that area, the cakier it looks. So I try to leave foundation off of that area and just go in with concealer. Okay, so the concealer I'm gonna use is from Flower Beauty. This is a brand that you can find at CVS. And like I said, I did try this concealer once and I really liked it, so I wanted to try it again. It is a full coverage concealer. And I have mine in the shade Light. Also with concealer, I have to be careful to not go in with too much on the under eyes as well. Otherwise that will also cause it to look cakey on me. So I do really love the finish that this concealer gives. It looks really nice and really smooth, and it's also brightening, so I like that. So far so good. I'll keep using that one and hopefully continue to like it. I'm gonna go in and set that with my number 7 powder like always. Before you go in to set something with powder, just make sure that you have it all blended out and there's no creasing happening. Otherwise, that's just going to emphasize the creasiness. which I have done before, and it is not a good look. I'm gonna go in with this blush balm from Flower Beauty. This one's in the shade Bubbly. It's a really pretty pink. And I'm just gonna take a little tiny bit on my finger, and I'm gonna use this and just tap it on the cheeks. I know that looks really bright, but if you blend it out, it looks really pretty and not so crazy. This one is just giving me the slightest little flush to my cheeks once I get it blended out, as you can see. So I like that. Like I said, you really need just a tiny little amount. All right, next I want to go in and try this contour palette. So this is also from Makeup Revolution. This is the Ultra Contour Palette. Here's what it looks like on the inside. I really like these shades here for contouring. It's got 2 brighter shades you could use for your under eye. And then it's got 3 highlight shades here, which looked really pretty as well. So I'm going to use one of these shades to contour my face a little bit. And I'm also going to grab this e.l.f. contouring brush. And here's what it looks like. It's perfect for just chiseling out the jawline. So I'm going to test this out with this bronzer. I'm probably going to tap into this shade here, which looks like it's the lightest shade in the palette. And then I'm going to blend it out and see how it blends. Okay, so I think this brush is great for applying it, but I am going to take my bronzer brush and work to blend it out. I'm going to try some on the forehead. I'm going to blend that out with my bronzer brush again. Okay, so as far as the contour palette, I will probably mess around a little bit more with this. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. And as far as applying it with the brush, like I said, it's really good for getting it precise in those areas that you want it. But for blending it out, I would recommend a more fluffy blending brush to blend it all out, because this one's not great for that. Okay, next we are going to jump into the eyes, and I'm going to be using this palette from Maybelline. This is the Nudes of New York palette. This is a great palette for every day. It works on so many different skin tones. It's got a great mix of mattes and shimmers, and they're all super beautiful, super easy to blend out. So this is the palette we're gonna use today and create just kind of a neutral everyday look. I'm gonna start with this shade here, which is called Creator, and I'm gonna use this as a transition shade in my crease. Now that we've got that shade down, I'm going to jump into a little bit deeper shade in the palette. This one here is called Explore, and I'm just going to use this to darken up the crease just a little bit more and add a little bit more depth and dimension. With most of my eyeshadow looks, I like to sweep the shade outside here on the outer part of my eye, just because I like the shape that it gives to my eye. I like it to look a little bit more blown out, and I can really blend it and get it nice and diffused out there, which I really like the shape that it gives to my eye. Now I'm going to jump into this shade here, this dark shade. It's called Voyager, and I'm going to use this on the outer part of the eye and just use this to create more definition. I'm gonna run my previous brush over just the top of this to kind of blend those two together. And then like usual, I'm also gonna take my concealer brush and just use this to kind of clean up the edges. I'm also gonna grab a shimmer shade out of the palette. This one here is called Originator. I'm just gonna take it on my finger and just pat it on where I want it. I'm going to take my brush I used for that dark shade and just try to blend out those edges. For the lower lash line, I'm going to jump back into this Voyager shade here at the bottom. I'm going to add an eyeliner to the waterline. I'm going to use this one from NYX. This is their Epic Wear Liner Stick, and this one's in the shade Deepest Brown. NYX has really good eyeliner pencils. I always like to do brown when doing a look like this because it's not as harsh as black and it just suits the look better in my opinion. Now for mascara, I'm going to use one of my favorites from the drugstore. This is a Maybelline product as well. I'm telling you guys, Maybelline is one of my favorite brands at the drugstore. They have so many great products, but this one is the Falsies Lash Lift because it gives my lashes so much volume, but it is also lengthening on my lashes as well. And let's go into brows now. This product I'm going to use is from L'Oreal. This is their Brow Stylist Definer, and mine is in the shade Brunette. Just going to use this to brush and then fill in the brows. And I'm going to set those with the NYX Brow Glue, my favorite. You guys have seen me use this before. Now for bronzer, I'm going to dip back into my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm going to use this to warm up the face. For blush, I'm going to use this one from Milani. Sorry, the name is worn off. That's how much I love this blush. It's a great one as well. This is in the shade Luminoso, and this is their Baked Powder Blush. It's a really pretty corally peach color with it. Looks like it has some gold sheen in it. Then for highlighter, I'm going to use this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Blossom Glow. Here's what it looks like. It matches our blush pretty nicely. I'm just going to take a little bit on the high points of the cheeks. I'm also going to use this on the inner corners of the eye. And then under the brow bone like usual. And then to set this all before we go in and finish off the lips, I'm gonna use the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. This one has a super fine mist. I don't know if you guys can even tell on camera, but it feels super nice when you apply it to the face. It feels so hydrating. Sometimes I can't even tell if it's actually hitting my face because the mist is so fine. And for lip liner today, I'm gonna use this one from e.l.f. This is from their Retro Paradise collection, which I think came out last summer or maybe the summer before. So I don't know if they actually even have this one anymore. So this is Nude 02. I'm gonna use this to line my lips. Then I am switching it up today with lipstick. This one is from Milani as well. This is their Nude Cream Lipstick, and it's from their Color Statement lipstick line. And to top that off, I'm gonna use my Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. This one is the clear one. And here we are at the end. I know, again, this is similar to a look I did in a couple videos ago, but this is my everyday kind of go-to natural makeup look. I know it's not natural, but I love it. I love these tones of eyeshadow, and I love all these products from the drugstore. I will have to keep testing out that contour palette. So this, I'm a little unsure about. I think I like it, but I'll have to mess around with it. And as far as the primer goes, so far, I mean, nothing looks off to me. So I think the primer works just fine. It didn't blur out my pores like I thought it might, but that's okay. I'll keep testing that out as well. But all the other products I have used and I know that I love. So if you are interested, check some of them out. And again, please leave me a comment below of some of the products that you guys like, because I would love to try out new things as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please subscribe and turn on your notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.